Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
So this was the game you kind of referred to. The 49ers outlast the Green Bay Packers.
So happy.
They survived them.
Where's Drip at? He ate it here.
Yeah. He doesn't want to show up.
You don't want to talk about this.
What an interesting game. Pouring rain, obviously, it affected some of the QB play. What were your thoughts on the game, Isaac, and the Packers losing? But it looked like they were in a position to win this game.
Yeah, the Packers looked really good. I was like, whew. I thought the Packers were going to win.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I thought for sure. I mean, the Niners, Christian McCaffrey played good, but what up, Ivan? How's it going? How are you doing? Oh, excuse me. But yeah, the Packers, I thought the Packers were going to win. Jordan Love, man, bro. Jordan Love's going to be a star of this league. I think they go forget about Aaron Rodgers and who he even was. Because I think Jordan Love will win more than just one Super Bowl for them.
Yeah, we'll see
Aaron
about
Rodgers
that.
Did. I mean, I'm just being honest. You know,
you can be honest. I appreciate your honesty. I'm just saying,
I want the Packers to lose just as much as you do, Ryan. But Jordan Love looked nice, bro. I'm seeing he's this was his first year under center, so
yeah.
Of course he's gonna make that mistake. It was a dumb mistake. I don't know who told him to run right and then throw it across his body. I mean, like you gotta throw that away.
Yeah. So regarding that play, I 100% agree. He needs to throw it away. A veteran quarterback would not make that mistake.
Right.
But what I will say is, like some veterans would, like Brett Favre. Did you see the side-by-side with him and Brett Favre?
Yeah, the Minnesota Vikings.
Like, basically the same play, which was hilarious.
But that's a different scenario, though, because I think the Vikings, that was like a fourth down or a third down?
I think it was third, and he was trying to get in the field goal range.
Right, but he didn't have a lot of time. So it was a little, and I don't think Minnesota had a lot of timeouts. They didn't have all three timeouts.
I don't think so. I'd have to look back.
Yeah.
I think you're right, though. I think it's a little different, but veterans make that mistake too. The one thing I will say is Matt LaFleur the last 2 weeks have called really good games. You know, beautiful games.
Yes,
good game plan.
Matt LaFleur is a good coach.
Yeah, that last play though, it wasn't a good play call.
No.
It just wasn't, because I don't know if you saw, but like every wide receiver was 15 yards downfield or more. So you in that situation, you didn't need a chunk play. So don't put your young QB, in my opinion, just don't put him in a position where he's going to make a mistake like that, right, where he's going to have to try to do something silly like that. That's the only defense I'd have for Love. It was still a bad throw. You don't make that throw, but you can't put your young quarterback in that position, exactly, in my opinion. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, now Brock Purdy, he didn't look too hot.
No,
it was more Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey saved them. If they didn't have McCaffrey, Packers would have rolled all over them. Jordan Love was the better quarterback that day.
Or if the what's their names there would have picked the ball off once or twice. They definitely dropped one pick six. The Packers did.
They did.
Possibly two, but it just blows. That's the part, is like where the Packers just didn't kind of take advantage of the opportunity that the 49ers were giving them. They did not do very good at grabbing those moments, so to speak.
Right.
Because they could have easily. I felt like I couldn't believe the Niners were in this game at one point in the first half. I'm like, how is this not a bigger lead for the Packers? So it's unfortunate, but I think that's just the youth of the Packers right now. They're still the youngest playoff team, right?
But that's the scary thing, though. Well, they're young.
I know. Did you see the quote, I guess, Matt LaFleur had about his kicker?
Mm-mm. Oh, he said that he prays. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's terrible.
So I guess he did clarify that. I don't know if he got caught up in the moment, but he clarified his words. I don't think he meant
Like
it
it
came
that
out the
way?
way he meant it. Yeah, I think he was like praying for his success, not praying that he'll make it. Like, something like that. I didn't read it, but that's what I'm assuming. But in any case, if you're praying for your field goal kicker, maybe you should just get a different kicker in any instance, no matter what the
I mean,
prayer
Mason
might be
Crosby would
about.
have missed that too. Mason Crosby wasn't all that. He missed a lot of kicks too.
Well, I don't know though, but like a veteran kicker might have been better in that situation. Is all I'm saying. I don't know for sure, but I do know like that kicker the Packers hasn't been good all year. So, he's been up and down. So,
Yeah. He said, "Yeah, bro,
but
that Green Bay, that was a tough loss." Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And it was tough for Lions fans, because we were like Lions fans were rooting for Green Bay to host the last game,
Right, because that game would have
Detroit.
been in Detroit, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
so Lions fans were in a weird
But I,
spot.
I don't know, Ryan. You'd rather play the Packers than the Niners?
I would rather play at home against the Packers than go on the road against the Niners. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a division rival. The game
Yeah,
to go to
and
the Super Bowl, and they already beat y'all on Thanksgiving in Detroit. So
yeah,
the
we
Packers
beat
ain't
them too,
afraid.
though. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I'm not.
Detroit, but Green Bay's not afraid.
Well, do you know? Well, right, but you know that the Packer. I mean the
I think
the
going to San
Niners.
Francisco for Detroit is good for them because Detroit could be like, oh look, Green Bay gave them a run and almost won. Detroit got a
Yeah,
lot of confidence right now.
yeah. So here's the thing. Like the Niners rushed almost 6 yards a carry on the Packers. Christian McCaffrey did. So it's like the Lions run game would definitely have worked against the Packers in Detroit.
Yeah,
But the same could be said about the Packers running 6 yards a carry on the Niners is that Lions should be able to run on the 49ers. It's the advantage.
oh yeah,
The whole
Gibbs is gonna eat.
as long as they play him. That's one thing I didn't mention in the last about the Lions. I didn't understand some of the towards the end of the game, they stopped running the ball and they were letting Jared Goff cook, but it also put the Bucs in a position to get the ball back where they should have ran Gibbs more. Gibbs was having himself a game and they stopped. So I just guess at home I'd rather have Green Bay than go into the Niners because have you heard the last week's game was like top 5 of the most loudest
Yep.
stadiums? Like the fans are really showing up for the Lions. So I would have rather had it in Detroit, and I really don't care who the opponent was.
That would have been a great NFC Championship game. I was rooting for that, but I'm glad the Packers lost though. I'm glad they did. But
Me
that
too.
would have been cool if it would have been Green Bay and Detroit in the NFC Championship game. That would have been really cool.
Yeah. So, but we'll get the Niners. Where do the Packers go from here?
Run it back.
Yeah.
They're
That's simple.
Run it back. Simple as that. You don't gotta change that. You don't gotta change those coordinators. You don't gotta change the coach. You don't gotta do nothing.
Which is crazy to me because if you were to ask a Packer fan, they're like, all season, Joe Barry. And I totally agree with them. It's not like I didn't feel the same way. Like, yeah, they got to get a different defensive coordinator. But the last 2 games, I thought Joe Barry did fine. Like,
He did.
Right? Like, yeah.
He did.
So it might be a blessing for the NFC North, though, because if they keep with Joe Barry, just saying, it could help the NFC North a little bit. So who knows? We'll see. Okay, anything else on this game?
No, I think we covered everything.
Okay, let's talk about the last game. There's not a lot to talk about in Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.